Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're reviewing the Warrior 12-volt lithium drill driver. Stay tuned. I bought this at Harbor Freight for under $20. This is the 3/8 inch drill driver from Warrior. Now, this is definitely their lower end of their line of power tools. But for what we're doing for traditional woodworking and stuff, this is exactly what we need. And we're trying to stay as inexpensive as possible, right?
I'd buy that for $1.
So as we discussed in a previous video, there are manual ways to drill holes, bit and brace or egg beater style drills. But those are hard to find nowadays. And even the ones that they do make new are fairly expensive, more expensive than this. So I figured, let's buy this. Let's have a way to be able to have a drill. Cordless drills do come in handy. You'll use this throughout your house all the time. So for entry-level stuff, this might be what you want. So to give some details on this before we open it up, this drill comes with 132 inch-pounds of torque. It offers a 3/8 inch keyless chuck. If you don't know what a keyless chuck is, it's basically something you can turn by hand and it will squeeze down on the bit and it'll kind of lock in place. You don't need that old school kind of key that we used to have on drills and stuff back on power drills and stuff to really tighten that down. It offers an electric brake. When you let go of the trigger, it's gonna stop really quick, right? It just immediately whoop, stops and slows up. Some older power drills back when I was younger, back in my day, you would let go and they would kind of wind down a little bit, right? This immediately, if you're in trouble or something, or you drill too far, you let it go, it immediately stops. This has 12 clutch settings. Clutch settings are going to be their numbers on the back of the drill that you can kind of turn, and that will provide kind of a slip as you're going through to maybe put screws in or something. It will only put them in so far. When it reaches a certain amount of torque, it'll kind of slip and you'll hear like a clicking sound and it won't keep drilling that screw in. For the most part, if we're just drilling holes in, you're gonna have it on the drill setting where it just gives the maximum torque. It does offer a variable speed trigger. So the more you pull the trigger in, the faster it goes. You can get real refined and just barely touch that trigger and it will turn real slow if you're trying to drill something really slow. The kit does come with the drill itself. It also comes with a charger that you can plug in that you can charge the battery. And I believe you can buy additional batteries for this if you want that. But with that, all that being said, let's open this thing up and check this thing out. Gonna need a knife to open it. Let's be ridiculous with it and open it with our Harbor Freight Rambo style knife here. This video has been getting a lot of views lately for some reason. I don't know, it's old, but a lot of people have been watching this video and commenting on it. If you want to check this out, we put this thing through torturous hell and it came out shining. So check that out if you're interested. So the first thing out is the battery charger itself. Everything comes wrapped in nice plastic bags with a little sticker tape on it that you can save for later if you want to. Nothing huge here. We're not going to get really refined, really high-end feels to things. Everything just has kind of a plastic feel. It's made out of plastic. It's a 12-volt lithium battery. Gives a little trigger on the front here to kind of latch it, unlock and lock it as you slide it in and out. And then just kind of a cheapo plug in the wall cord that goes down and plugs in to the top here. So that's kind of weird, but plugs into the top of the battery and that's how you charge it. Does look like there's an LED light on there. So if we plug it in, it should provide a little visual response if it's charged or not. Maybe it flashes or something, puts a red light to a green light. So we do have the battery and the charger. They give you some paperwork with instructions on how to use it, maintain it. You probably should read that stuff if you don't know too much about drills. We're men, we don't read instructions. We ain't got time for that.
I know more than you.
All right.
And finally, we have our drill itself. It does have the forward and reverse buttons here, so you can easily just click them with your thumb. There is a middle kind of ground here with a safety. It's kind of acts as your safety, so you can't, if a kid picks it up or something, can't press the button and start drilling, right? So basically, left side is for reverse, right side's for forward, and then you can squeeze that trigger, and drill. It's small, it's compact. I kind of like its size, to be honest. Compared to my DeWalt or something, this is definitely a lot smaller than it, and it would get in tighter spaces. So up here is your clutch that we talked about earlier. So you can turn this to adjust the different clutch settings. Now, like I said before, we want to have it set to drill mode. So we're gonna turn it all the way, and you can see right there, there's like a little drill bit style image on that. That's the one that we're gonna wanna be for most of our drilling tasks. However, if you are using this as a driver, you might want to use one of these corresponding numbers so that you're not driving it in too deep or possibly stripping the wood out with the screw. Let's see what this thing sounds like. So to put the battery in, it just slides in this little bottom groove here. Give it a little pop with your hand, that locks it in place, and we should have some power. Not bad. If you notice down here, it does have a little LED light that lights up as you squeeze the trigger, so it shines some light onto what you're drilling. If you are drilling in a dark area or something, these do come in handy, you know, often. It does turn off immediately after you let go of the trigger. Some of the higher end models will stay on for a few seconds afterwards, so you kind of use it as a flashlight. And other models have the lights in different areas. But not bad. We are getting some kind of spark in the back, some lights, you know, lights up a little bit with some spark as that motor engages and disengages. Totally normal on drills like that. You know, don't stick your tongue in there. A couple years ago, I bought this drill bit set from Harbor Freight. This is made by Warrior as well. Good titanium bits. These are actually really good bits, to be honest. I use them all the time. I've had them for years now. I've never had to sharpen them. They stay super sharp. They cut nice and clean. They're not bad. Basically, you take your bit, put it in the hole, and then you can kind of hold the chuck with your fingers and slowly tighten it up until you feel it kind of engage. Then you can take your drill, squeeze that, and kind of twist it a little. That will lock it in. There is no click on that. I don't know that I like that. Some of the higher end models will have like a clicking ratcheting effect that will really lock it in, but we don't have that on this. But it does offer the ability to kind of squeeze the trigger a little bit and kind of tighten that up. Let's see how good this thing drills through this piece of 3/4 inch pine. Yeah, not bad. Like I said, it's all we need. I wouldn't expect a powerhouse of a drill out of this drill. It does drill holes. That's all we need right now. Is this gonna compare to a Milwaukee or Makita or DeWalt or something like that? No, it's not. You get what you pay for. Our sub $20 drill, this is a great for somebody starting out, just beginning, right? What we're trying to do here. The grip on the handle has kind of a rubberized feel. It's not super grippy, but it's grippy enough. It feels comfortable. Ergonomically speaking, I don't feel any hot spots or anything. There is a little bit of a seam back here that might get annoying, but I bet you that's soft enough that after you use this for a while, that would just wear right off. You're not gonna pull this out at the job site and people are gonna be like, wow, you got the Warrior. If you are getting into just woodworking, you don't have any tools at all, you need a way to drill a hole, this will work for you. This will work just fine. So this was a quick review on the Warrior 12-volt lithium 3/8 inch drill driver. It's a good little drill for the price point, man. If you're looking to get into something and you really need a good drill, I don't find a problem with it. It's fairly well built. It doesn't feel cheap. It does have some actual metal parts on the outside. You know, like I said, it's not going to have a ton of torque. It's not going to have a ton of power. I bet the battery probably doesn't last that long on it. But for basic woodworking stuff that we're getting into, basic around the house tasks where you need to just drill a hole on something or maybe drive a screw into something that you don't want to do by hand, it's going to work just fine for you. So anyway, if you like this type of content, subscribe down below, click the bell so you don't miss the next one that comes out. Give me a thumbs up on this video, comment down below, let me know what you think of this drill. Should we have gone with something more of a power or hand power tool, or should we have gone with a different drill? Do you know of something better to drill basic pilot holes for screws? This is basically all we're using it for. Let me know down below, and with that, I will see you on the next one.